Time now for the morning rush. The man accused of shooting and injuring a state police officer will find out today if he will be kept behind bars until trial. 2 weeks ago, Caleb Elledge led police on a miles-long chase before shooting at an officer, striking him in the neck, according to police. Elledge has an extensive criminal history stretching back to 2017. He's facing numerous charges in this case.
Meanwhile, a nationwide increase in officer shootings is now prompting officials, including here in New Mexico, to ask for more help from the feds. A sheriff in North Carolina says that he reached out to tell the president what officers deal with on a day-to-day basis. According to the FBI, last year, 73 officers were intentionally killed in the line of duty.
A Roswell woman has been accused of shooting and killing her roommate during a fight. On Saturday, 26-year-old Melissa Kenyon called police to say that she had shot 51-year-old Cassandra Kirkman after Kirkman hit her with a pipe. She's now charged with voluntary manslaughter.
This morning, the FBI needs help solving a 2017 homicide. In August of that year, Donnie Wade Barney's body was found stabbed to death inside of a Hogan in Rehoboth, New Mexico. The FBI is now offering a $1,000 reward for anyone with information leading to an arrest and conviction. Erica.
And here's a look at the hourly forecast. This morning, temperatures starting in the upper 30s, not too bad. You'll just want some layers. By this afternoon, temperatures will be climbing quickly into the 50s and 60s, but we will stay partly to mostly cloudy.
A pastor on the run from Nevada police has been arrested in Albuquerque. Our Las Vegas affiliate, KLAS, reports that Reynaldo Crispin was wanted for 4 counts of sexual assault against children and 9 total felony counts. He was picked up in far southeast Albuquerque on Doe Lane near Southern.
A serial shoplifter is behind bars this morning after police say that he tried to steal from a store while an APD officer was inside. Police say that Brian Singer attempted to steal more than $500 in merchandise from the Target on Lomas. Loss Prevention told an APD officer who was at the store meeting with managers that officer arrested Singer.
The Bernalillo County Sheriff's Office says the body found on the West Mesa Friday night was 85-year-old Jose Abeta. His family reported him missing to Albuquerque police on January 10th. The Sheriff's Office says his death is not being investigated as a homicide at this time. Erica.
And here's a look at the threat index. It's moderate to high today because we will see very nice temperatures, but that wind may cause some power outages or wind damage.
President Biden and Russian President Vladimir Putin have agreed in principle to a face-to-face meeting to discuss the standoff over Ukraine. The timing and location of a possible summit have yet to be determined. The White House stressed that there will be no talks if Russia attacks Ukraine.
The former Miami Dolphins head coach is on another team this morning. The Pittsburgh Steelers have named Brian Flores as its senior defensive assistant and linebackers coach for the upcoming season. You might remember Flores is suing the NFL for several instances of alleged racial discrimination. Erica.
All right, let's get a look at the morning drive. Here's a check on the maps. There is a slight slowdown on I-25 north near Cesar Chavez. And here's a check on Tracker heading east on I-40 near the Rio Grande. Things are moving right along.
A high school basketball player is going viral this morning after choosing a very interesting way to follow through on his three-point shot. With 20 seconds left and his team down 66-23, Evan Randall banked in a long three-point shot and did a backflip before it even went in. Now that's confidence right there. TikTok fame by reaching Native American youth in a fun but informative way. Machine Sleuth uses a character named Auntie Mayazi as to share about her Dene culture, talk about sensitive issues, and give resources for Native American youth. Her videos have quickly racked up hundreds of thousands of views and millions of likes. Sleuth is now working with different organizations to give PSAs over TikTok.
Number 4, a local dog is being hailed a hero after leading his owners to save a pair of puppies. On Wednesday morning, the Haynes family was walking their dog Goose, who kept pulling them towards a ditch. When they looked, they saw a broken cage with 2 puppies inside without any food or water. The family was horrified. They've chosen to take care of the 2 pups until they're able to be adopted out.
And at number 3, we have a winter storm coming into the state, and it'll bring snow to southwest Colorado and far northern New Mexico. We'll be seeing that snow accumulating in the northern mountains of New Mexico through tomorrow.
Number 2, a Roswell woman is charged with voluntary manslaughter, accused of shooting and killing her roommate during a fight. On Saturday, Roswell police say they were sent to a home after 26-year-old Melissa Kenyon called 911 saying that she had shot 51-year-old Cassandra Kirkman. Investigators believe the 2 women who had a history of conflict with one another got into a fight and that Kirkman hit Kenyon with a pipe. That's when Kenyon grabbed her boyfriend's gun and shot Kirkman.
And at number 1, the man accused of shooting and injuring a state police officer in the East Mountains will find out today if he's going to be kept behind bars until trial. Caleb Elledge is scheduled to be in court today, and prosecutors believe that he is a danger to the community. His case began nearly 2 weeks ago after a call to 911 of a woman doing drugs in a gas station bathroom in Edgewood. when an officer confronted Elledge and Alana Martinez in the parking lot. They say that he took off on a miles-long police chase before the officer was able to pull him over. That's when police say that Elledge shot at that officer, striking him in the neck. Elledge has an extensive criminal history stretching back to 2017. He's now facing numerous charges.